During this very month in Pakistan, thousands of people flocked to the city of Murree to visit a popular hill station, which this time around looked highly magnificent and had experienced quite an abundance of snowfall. What was supposed to be a beautiful and fun outing quickly escalated into something horrifically tragic. As lines and lines of vehicles pulled up, they literally became jammed by heavy snowfall. And when I say lines, I'm talking about 100,000 vehicles all going in the same destination. Up to 1.4 meters of snow accumulated in and around the area, and temperatures dropped to negative 46.5 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. The weather not only prevented the cars from moving, but also prevented people from escaping by foot, forcing individuals to stay stranded in their vehicles. The reason for the excessive traffic jam was not only due to the thousands of people lining up to go in the same area, but also because the roads were closed down per the government's instructions as the snowfall was getting more and more drastic. Chaos is, without a doubt, one of the words I would use to describe the situation. The scene was so tragic and difficult to enter that the Pakistani army was even sent out to rescue people. What rescuers discovered upon accessing the cars was nothing short of depressing. Entire families had died, which they deduced was because they froze to death or died from asphyxiation due to carbon monoxide poisoning. They concluded that these families may have turned the heater on and succumbed to the fumes in their enclosed vehicles. A total of 22 people, including 10 children, were reportedly dead. Among these individuals were a family of 5, a family of 7, and groups of friends. Videos started surfacing online showing rescuers digging at the cars and pulling out the lifeless bodies of entire families. Just prior to this, we can see tourists actually having fun and enjoying their lives. One eerie photo that actually went viral is one that shows 4 friends taking a selfie together in Murree. What's dark about this is that they all died together as well, as rescuers found their bodies in a vehicle. The area soon became a danger zone and specified as a calamity hit zone, with the government enforcing strict protocols such as ordering the hotels and rest houses surrounding the area to allow the stranded tourists to access them. They also had banned any more tourists from entering the area. The army, rescue teams, and locals were successful in saving hundreds of people while also removing 24,000 vehicles. This tragic and terrifying incident also came with much controversy, with many people coming out and critiquing the government. An advocacy group situated in Pakistan vocalized that because Murree has always been such a popular tourist place, there should have been protocols already established for situations like this, and that all of these deaths could have been avoided. An opposition leader in the parliament also expressed the lack of action and arrangements from the government, stating, quote, "Incompetence is fast turning into criminality," end quote. Do you guys also think that the government should have been blamed for not effectively implementing any action on the high traffic of people, given the history of Murree's long-standing tourism? Or do you think that a combination of the unpredictable weather and rapid influx really can't be blamed on anyone? The parliament actually went ahead and blamed the tourists for not checking the weather before coming. I don't know how I feel about that because, first of all, weather predictions aren't set in stone. Like, they're destined to change at any given time. Second of all, the tourists could have very likely checked the weather, but they didn't have a crystal ball to, tell them how much traffic there was going to be either. No one could have told the future in any of this, but there is always that what if, and in that regard, I can understand the criticism people have towards the government because it should be their job to address the what ifs when it comes to places, especially high traffic places, experiencing something this out of hand. Just how we have protocols for fires and tornadoes, I think it is actually reasonable for people to expect the government to already have a plan and call to action. I don't think we should blame any of the tourists for wanting to go out and create experiences with their loved ones amid all of these unforeseeable events. While events like these do tempt people to point fingers at each other, I think that if anything comes out of this should be a learning moment for all of us and force us to seek ways to prevent further casualties such as this. Indeed, we cannot even begin to imagine what those individuals went through in their last moments, or the hell the survivors had to endure. We can only reflect on this all and make an effort to improve as a society. The story really got to me, not only because it's based in Pakistan, but because of the immense loss experienced all around. I don't personally know any of the victims, but on a human level, we can all relate to creating beautiful moments with our loved ones and how nostalgic those times are when we look back at them. That's exactly what these friends and families were doing. They were creating moments only to be beckoned by an invisible hand to their deaths. I really want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this tragic incident, so please feel free to share them in the comments section below. Additionally, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting content.